Hi, folks. This is Don Meisner with the North Country Fishing Report. You know, so often when we go fishing, we wonder, okay, what we're going to use. You know, that's one of the biggest questions. What are you going to use for bait? And I want to talk a little bit about that because I've been thinking about the things that we do use. And there's certain things that fish are always going to hit. Number one, I don't care where you go, any place that there's water that fish live in, they're gonna hit worms. They're gonna bite on worms. I'm talking about natural live bait right now. And the question is why? Why would they always eagerly, strike worms? Is it because they don't really exist in most waters? They can be flushed down after a rainstorm or a thaw or something when the water breaks them free from the earth and they're washed down into streams, and that happens a lot. But we're talking about out in lakes, out in bodies of water in the summertime where there hasn't been anything washed down, and yet fish will eagerly hit worms. There's other baits that they will eagerly hit, like they're always going to hit little white grubs for some reason. They just love them. I don't know why. They're always going to hit frogs. They're always going to eat all these natural foods, I think, that can come into the water or that live in the water. But here's my point. I wonder what they wouldn't hit. In other words, if you put something that looks like a squid in the water, are they going to say, nope, no squids live here, so we're not going to strike that? Or would they realize that this is something small? Most small things might taste good, so we'll gobble it up and see. And then maybe if we see another squid, we'll keep doing this. There's certain things that I learned as a kid they didn't like. I didn't think they liked spiders. I'd watch spiders on the water, and I never saw a fish rise for spiders. I would use frogs and really do well, especially with bass. And yet, when I use pollywogs from the same frogs, but the little baby form, the pollywogs, I didn't get near as many strikes. It's funny, grasshoppers, they're natural, and they do hop, and a lot of times when they hop in the air, that air takes them right into the water. And fish seem to love grasshoppers, but I learned that they like certain grasshoppers better than others. They like the little grasshoppers that were harder to catch, but those ones that had the tan wings and they would fly farther and so forth, fish didn't seem to like those. So they definitely have preferences. We know that. But I think of all the different lures that we can use today and all the different ways they try to resemble baits. And I just wonder, I'll bet you just about anything that wiggles and that happens to fall in the water, a fish will eat. Think about it. Until next time, folks, this is Don Meisner with the North Country Fishing Report.